Joining me right now is Mehmosh Raza, one of the rising stars coming out of Pakistan, but now he is living
What's
in
up?
Shanghai, China. Welcome to Kumite Radio.
Dude, it's awesome to talk to you, John. It's a pleasure. So looking forward to getting right into it.
The pleasure's all mine. Now, you last January you fought
Yeah.
at Victory Fight Night 3 in a 4-man, one-night lightweight tournament. Nowadays, most fighters don't fight more than one time a night. So how did that affect you?
It was new for me as well, to be honest. I was like, shit, man, two fights in a night. Let's see how this goes. I was up for the challenge. It was gonna be, because like adrenaline junkie, man. You want that shit. And yeah, so it was kind of weird because I didn't have a lot of prep time between fights. It's sort of just the first fight you have a warm up. The second, I was like sitting there and somebody goes, "Okay, you're up next." I'm like, "Okay." It was also kind of weird because it wasn't a conventional sort of a ring. It was a square, and it was held outside. So I've fought in quite a few weird places. It wasn't that bad. It was all right, but it was definitely different, much different. It was very big. The cage itself was very big. But yeah, man, I won the belt, so that's good. It was sick though. Yeah, the experience was sick. What else can I say? The guy that I fought was Afghan. He was a good fighter. He was all right. The guy I fought for the belt in the final fight. So got the win there.
Well, in your first fight, you finished the opponent pretty quickly. It was kind of a mismatch, I think, because it was kind
Yeah,
of easy for you to take him down and
it
ground and pound
was.
them out, right? Fighting somebody like that and then like waiting to fight your second fight. Did you have like an adrenaline dump? Was there anything like mentally or physically lacking there between fights?
No, I actually. So as I've gone through my career with fights, you learn to like stay a little more relaxed. So in the beginning, you're always pretty hyped up about it, and you do tend to have an adrenaline rush dump. But I remember being quite relaxed. The first guy I fought, I didn't want to underestimate him, and I also knew I had to finish it pretty fast because I don't want to fight a long fight and have to go into another fight because that's going to be quite taxing on the body, you know. But I was very happy that it finished quickly because I had all that energy left for the second fight, which I needed apparently. Went all three rounds. So
Yeah,
I
now
do feel, of course, I feel I could have finished that one quite quickly as well, because there's always room for improvement, right? But still, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, nowadays, like, there's so many good fighters coming out of Pakistan, India, Afghanistan.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's
was
sick,
at
man.
Super Fight League a couple months ago, and there was some
Yeah,
Afghani fighters there that was so good. Like, they're like killers, and
yeah, they are, man.
yeah, and like
Definitely.
that part of the world now is growing. The fighters are growing. The sport is growing quickly. What is the
Yeah.
state of Pakistani MMA right now? Is it at a good place or is it still in the infancy?
Listen, man, I think it's better than it was in the beginning. Of course, it's always getting better. And I think it's just there's so much raw talent there. It hasn't been tapped into. And the thing is, life over there isn't very easy. So you have all these guys who are hungry as hell, man. They want to get out and they want to train hard. They really want it. Not just Pakistan, like you said, Afghanistan, Lebanon, all these other places, man. Uh, there's going to be some killers coming out of these places, and SFL, yeah, definitely there's Baz Mubars and all those guys. I remember there was one Brazilian dude, he fights in the UFC now. I forgot his name. Well, but like, yeah, these guys, they're killers. They're killers. So these leagues that they've set up is awesome for us, because it gives us a platform, and that's what we're looking for. We need an opportunity, right? We get the opportunity, we're gonna jump on it because a lot of these people have nothing to lose, right? So it's exciting for them. They want because they're training hard. Trust me, they're training hard. They want it. So it's good. It's growing. It's definitely growing.
You recently did seminars at CAX Fight Club in
Yeah.
association with Fight House Brazil, right? You did
Yeah.
seminars for the kids. Doing this, how did that help the kids? Like, are they very eager to learn from you, or is it something that they're really interested in? What is going on with that situation?
Dude, I remember So these kids, right? I've taught kids before, and these kids were something else. Like I showed them a technique and they do it right away. Like they were paying so much attention to detail, and when I would go over to review what they were doing it absolutely perfectly. That, and I could tell that they were so eager to learn. They just wanted someone to be there. I'm no freaking black belt or anything, right? I will teach what I have learned, right? Now, imagine it was somebody of even higher caliber, a black belt, a first degree, or whatever, teaching them. These guys, they're good. Trust me. There's some kids in there that I feel if they get the proper training, the proper exposure, man, they could be champions hands down. So, like, I was happy to do it. I'm happy to do it again and again. Because when you have all these people who are actually going to listen to you, are actually going to take in what you have to offer, you like teaching, you like to show them, you want them to grow. So it was great, it was awesome. And cax, they're working hard, they're working really hard. And I showed him some stuff I learned from Professor Hinato Villame in Brazil. So that was good, it was awesome.
How old are these kids? Are they really young kids, or are they like middle school, high school?
So the oldest guy, I mean, obviously they're not all kids. So there were also some seniors there. For example, you'd have some guys maybe 24, 25, which are pretty young still. But then I think the youngest guy there was, I think, 8 years old. And trust me, man, he was doing it the exact same way the 24-year-old was doing it. I'm not joking. So it was pretty badass. I was pretty impressed. I was like, man, you're gonna be champion one day.
Yeah, that is huge for a kid that's learning something that they really are passionate about. Is somebody that's actually at the place that they want to be, giving
Yeah,
them good, encouraging words, and I think that that's great for
so
you to do
important.
for them.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I think it's just so important because I've had people when I was starting out that gave me the same, and I just feel like that's what people need. They need positivity. They don't need negativity. You don't need someone who's gonna pull you down, man. Like if you're gonna pull other people down, how are you gonna grow? You need people around you that are getting good with you, so that you grow as an individual yourself. Negativity is just crap.
For sure. Now, after you fought in Victory Fight Night 3, you decided to move to China, Shanghai, and join
Yeah,
Dragon Warriors Gym. Why did you
makes sense.
decide to pick up everything in your life and shift your life to China?
For the dream, man. Uh, I decided, like, listen, you can't do one thing and another thing. You need to have both your feet in. If you're stuck in between, then you're not gonna be either. So, and I feel like I have the skill, I have the dedication to do this. I feel like I can, and I know I can do it. My dream is to be the UFC champion, and I feel like I can do it. I will do it. So, this was an important step for me to get here, to dedicate my life to what I want. And I'm training in what I feel is the best gym in China, and the training partners are awesome. The owners are awesome. The gym is awesome, and it's a sick experience. I'm out here with my buddy Marcio. Um, he's a black belt, and I'm learning something every day, man. Training hard, sparring hard, and very grateful to God.
At your gym, you must have lots of Chinese fighters training there
Yeah.
also. How are those fighters?
They're good. They're good. The thing with Chinese fighters is they're like, I think just Chinese people as a whole, they're very disciplined. So when they set out to do something, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna do it a certain way, a proper way. So that's great because then there's no messing around with anything, and they're good. They're good high level, and they're striker. A lot of them are strikers, which is great because we always so Alex is the head coach, right? He's always comparing them to snipers, and I think that's a great comparison. It's like you look for the opportunity and you go, that's it. Pop, 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 pop. Get in there, finish it. You don't have to be the strongest individual. Strength is important, but being accurate, like McGregor says,
Yeah.
timing beats speed, accuracy is everything, all that.
China has a lot of martial arts. Has there been
Yeah.
anything, any new type of martial art that you started learning since you've been there?
No, man. I'm sticking to MMA. I haven't. We did a little bit of capoeira sort of thing in the park, but nothing too fancy, nothing too Tai Chi-ish or something like that. No Karate Kids type stuff. If that's what you're wondering.
Yeah, when you go to China, you see so many people especially at night, doing
Yeah,
Tai Chi in the
yeah.
park or on the side of the
True.
road, and it's everywhere. Were you shocked when you saw this?
It's actually quite, so the first time I saw it, it was quite entertaining. Now it's become quite normal, but seriously, dude, like you walk out and there's gonna be a mall, right? And outside the mall, there's gonna be all these people in a perfect circle or a perfect line doing the exact same thing. And I swear, I wonder every single time, do they practice every night? Because they do it perfectly, man. I've thought a couple of times I might join in, but I'm like, no, I don't want to mess up what they're doing. But they're, like I said, man, these guys are disciplined. That's why I feel like it's just so big here, so strong here.
What are the main differences that you see between living in Pakistan and now living in China?
With respect to MMA, I'd
Um,
say
yeah, MMA.
okay. Well, I'll tell you as a whole and MMA. So with respect to MMA, like I said, um, okay. So the thing is, in Pakistan, this stuff is not funded. People don't believe in it. Over here, it's something that everybody knows that okay, this is actually a thing. You know, they are prepared to invest into it, and when you have investors, it's very important in this day and age. I mean, dedication and all that stuff, fine, that's great. It'll get you far to a certain point, but then you do need money, man, in this day and age. And when you have people believing in it and investing in it, that's where growth really starts to happen. That's why you have all these huge facilities with these brilliant cages and good coaches. And when you have all that, then the fighter excels and excels and excels. So that's the difference there. And I feel like we're lacking there in Pakistan, and we need it, but it's all about awareness. When people start seeing that this is a thing, not just cricket, which we have back home, because I really despise it now, I think that's when it's going to really start to boom. So that's what I feel is the difference.
All right, now April 29th in Shanghai, your new hometown,
Yeah,
right? Rebel
that's
FC
right.
7, you are taking on Igor Grytskiv. Now,
Yep,
with this opponent, he's much older than you. He has a
yep.
little bit more experience than you do. Um, but you said you have more heart than he does. How big
I
of a
believe so.
role is that going to play in your fight against him?
Listen, man. See, the thing is, right? First of all, I'm not gonna get tired, but I feel like when your body gets tired, right? You use your mind. When your mind, you use your heart, right? So I really do believe that I have all of that. I don't care if he's older. I don't care if he's younger. I don't care if he has 15 fights, 20 fights. That's not the point because I'm in this to be the best. I believe I can do it. So you put anyone in front of me, I believe I can do it. And inshallah, I know that I'm going to take him down. Listen, man, God knows what's going to happen that night. Nobody else. But trust me, I'm gonna bring hell, man. That's the plan. I'm not going in there saying, "Oh, the plan is to lay an egg in the first round." No way. I'm going in there full guns blazing. Inshallah, I know I got this. No worries, man.
Igor, he's a
Yeah,
submission fighter. He has
yeah,
7 submissions in a row. Every
yeah,
win that he has had as a professional is a submission. Now, you know that, of course, because you're fighting him. In your
yeah.
preparations, have you been working a lot more on your ground game?
I've been working on everything. I don't. The thing is, I've been working very hard on everything. I don't expect See, the thing is, I expect him to do that, and I also expect him to do something new. It could be anything. I'm prepared for the ground. I'm prepared for stand up. If he takes me down, he's not. I feel like I could take him down. I would take him down. He has good wrestling. He has good submissions. I've seen his fights, but maybe I'll submit him this time. This time around. You know what I mean?
you said that you might want to go take him down, and see what he
Yeah,
got, right? Are you all about challenging yourself when you're in that cage,
always.
or are you gonna go with your strengths?
Always, man. I feel like I want to be the best all around. I don't want to be a one-dimensional fighter, and I don't want to be a one-trick pony ever. We've seen fighters in the past at the highest level who have done only one thing and failed, right? So you need to be able to do everything, anywhere, adapt. You need to be able to adapt and overcome in any situation. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on being able to do anything in any position because it's important now. It's important.
If somebody that hasn't seen you fight yet, and they're tuning into Rebel FC 7,
Yeah.
later this month, if you could introduce yourself to them, how would you describe yourself?
Come watch a bearded white guy put on a show. That's what I'll say. It's gonna be a good one, man. Trust me. I'm so psyched. I'm so psyched for it. Yeah, man. I'm gonna go out there, and I really do want to put on a show. I'm emphasizing on this. I want to go out there and I want to be brutal.
Mhm.
That's what I want. Nothing else. So watch out for the bearded white guy.
Now, on the same night, the featherweight title is on the line. I know
Yeah.
you're watching that because you're one of the
Oh,
guys that are rising, one of the rising prospects in the
eyes
division.
on the prize.
Yes, of course. Rodolfo Marquez versus Kazamaza Majima. Who do you believe will win this fight and why?
Listen, it's gonna be a good fight, okay? So, but I feel like Adolfo, he's got good striking, man. He moves very well, you know. And he fought in the last Rebel, didn't he?
Mm.
Right? And he fought. He fought Cool Bones? Is that correct? If I'm not mistaken. But I feel like he has good striking. The other guy, he he's interesting. We didn't see a lot because he finished it quite quickly. I think it could go either way because the other guy, he's young. He's hungry. But I'm definitely excited to see this. I want to see this. Eyes on the prize.
All
We'll
right. Before
see.
I let you go, what is your plans for the rest of the year? I see that you want to fight 6 times, and you said you want to go back to Pakistan a few times to fight over there. What is your, like goals?
My goals. I'll tell you my goal. My goal is to be the champion of the UFC. That's my goal for the year, man. I'm just gonna take it as it comes. Okay. I can only plan so much. There will always be external factors that are gonna come into account, right? I can only plan so much. The real planner is God, right? So I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna train hard, and I'm gonna see where that takes me. That's the plan. That's the plan, bro.
All right. Rebel FC 7, April 29th. You can
Tune
catch
in, guys.
Mehmosh Raza take on his I think this is gonna be your biggest test to date. Do you think that?
Yeah, yeah. I do believe so. I believe it's a big fight. Every fight is always the biggest fight of my life. If I believe it's a big fight, and tune in, guys. I'm excited. Let's do
All right.
this.
All right, thank you, Mehmosh, for your time, and I'll definitely see you around.
Definitely, man. Boom. Take care, brother.